We got the cameraman in a white pair of Adidas with his little shorts on.
6 inches and hold it.
His hair's all up in a bun. You're looking good, bro. You're looking a true Alaskan right here.
Trying, man.
Fitting right in. I like it.
Here's the thing about Alaskan weather is I wanted to just inform you, if you've never been there, the weather can change, anywhere from 15 minutes to 20 minutes back and forth, from being windy and cloudy and cold.
Hey, help me pull him in, ready? Stay away from that other hook. I had a guy get that in his glove handle, tied to a big fish, so rock on.
To the sun being out, you know, you want to take off your jacket and it feels great.
So Caleb, what's your strategy today, man?
Jason, you know my strategy.
It's the same as every day, listen to John?
Listen to John. That's a bumper sticker.
So the weather can change. So what I recommend doing and what John advised me to do, it's definitely best to wear layers when you're there. You can always take off clothes, but when you don't bring enough, then you're in trouble. You're freezing, and like I said, the wind comes in, starts raining, and it gets pretty darn chilly even in the middle of the summer. Now, the last part of the trip that I was out there was actually very beautiful for the most part. I think we were in the 70s and sunshine. I would say the last part of the week, and so sometimes you might get lucky with that. But for the first part of the 2 weeks I was out there, you know, like I said, it was back and forth, very windy at some points, cloudy, rainy. And so that's another thing you want to do is you want to bring rain gear. There's a brand called Grunder that I saw a lot of people wearing. It's great for light rain jackets. They even got rain coats, boots, and so forth. So I'll put a link in the description below for that company. But you definitely want to take some sort of rain gear. Another thing that you want to keep in mind, if you plan on going out doing some fly fishing, you want to make sure that you bring some waders. And I went to Amazon and just ordered some cheapo waders for like 50 bucks. I would, after going there, not necessarily recommend that. I would recommend getting a decent pair of waders. John recommends getting the Sims waders. They're just great. They're built well. They're light.
I do like these Sims waders though. I've had them for 7-8 years, and I haven't put a hole in them yet. I mean, I'm always on my knees, you know, getting hooks up for people, or playing fish, or sliding around on logs and rocks, and it held up really well.
They're really made for those particular circumstances. Another thing is with those waders that I bought, you know, the boots on them were very slick.
Coming to Alaska, it's important you bring a proper gear. We're gonna go over this a little bit. What kind of clothes not to bring. I mean, there's good waders, there's okay waders, there's just a bunch of stuff. If you come here and you wanna enjoy your trip, call me, we'll try to make sure that you get the right gear. This poor unfortunate soul couldn't find any shoes for him, so he's wearing Crocs with a little tape on them, but he's already put in over a mile in them, and he's being a trooper. Get something with a good sole. This rock guards are kind of nice. Then if you film your boots, want to film your boots? Old Sexies, they got really slippery soles.
A lot of times whenever you're going through the creeks and things like that, getting out onto the water, you're climbing over big logs and stuff like that, and you don't want to have slippery shoes because there's moss over top and you can just lose your footing very easily. So I would recommend, you know, having something with good boots that have good tread on them that can grip things very well. I'm going to be sharing a video that John did about a boot that you can buy out that it's really popular. It's called the Extra Tuff boots.
All right, I'd like to talk a little bit about Extra Tuff boots. A lot of people, a lot of my clients, they show up and they're wearing a black soled boot. They keep your feet dry or whatever, rubber boot, but the reason why I buy these Extra Tuffs is because of this sole. And Con's wearing a full-size set, the insulated ones, but these were a full set and they had a crease in them, and I've worn them for over a year and they broke, so I made slippers out of them, but I still hang on to them because they really grab on wet surfaces, wet decks, wet boards. I've had some clients get out of my boat and they were wearing black soled boots, and they ended up wiping out, and they're just super slick. You can't say enough about the sole of these boots.
And it's kind of signature out in Alaska, but it's starting to become really well known all over the place. They're just a great boot with great grip, and they're kind of a fashion statement out in Alaska.